Hello, I'm MicharionAQ and welcome back to Let's Play Boktai, The Sun is in Your Hand. Time to take down the Count. I'm not gonna make a pun about his name though. Since this is the first purification, it's not too difficult. Just protect the generator, he will not attack you directly. Or at all. Yeah, just fire a thread at the generators to charge them, and whenever you see the beam turn black, that means it will no longer do damage to him. Of course, that's when you're actually in the battle. First you charge up the generators, then you go into the purification itself. With sunlight, mind you. Can't forget the sunlight. And now Tinko himself will explain it. Later on, they will attack you when you try and purify them. Some of their attacks aren't that hard to dodge though. Some are annoying and others do things to affect the generators themselves. They're annoying. Yeah, just go back and forth, hitting the generators with the thread to beat this guy, since he is technically the first boss. Oh, and how much sunlight is hitting the sensor will determine how much damage is done during this part of the phase of battle. And now he's down for the count. I'm sorry, that one was bad. And I got an S rank. That comes into play later. Yeah, Dark Matter, and Revive, blah blah blah, Immortal, you get the gist. And he didn't bother to ask me for my name earlier. Thank you, Otenko. Yeah, that wasn't the real Count that was purified. That was his decoy. In other words, it was a trap. I'm not gonna try and do that again. Yeah, pretty much this is a game of revenge to kill the Count. And possibly save him from beauty. I wonder what Otenko could mean by Shizio and then stopping. Will the sun vanquish this horrible night? And just in case you forgot what game is being played, here it is again! It really means nothing, and Otenko's gonna explain overheating, but really poorly. When you use your gun with certain amounts of sunlight, it determines how long you can actually do it before it starts to overheat and make a really obnoxious noise. Under strong sunlight, basically, the solar sensor is your hint on how much you can use it before it overheats. Yeah, when it overheats you can't fire your solar gun. The lower it is, the more you can do. This is never really said. I had to figure it out on my own. You can't, and there's also one other thing. It has a little safety mechanism that means you can no longer play pretty much after it does it too much. Yeah. You can also mess with the time to do that though. Okay, on to the first undead dungeon. These are just in between dungeons, pretty much. They're not too difficult. Some are quite interesting. Basically, he's explaining how they respawn. They slip through time. And he also puts something at the start that only comes into play when you finish each dungeon. The warp magic square, even though it's quite clearly a circle. Yeah, that's the warp magic square. Just gonna sneak by these and get any chests. The chests will also come back whenever you go back to dungeons. Well, the red ones. Green have special items in there that will not come back. Just gonna take him out. Oh. And randomly, enemies will drop items. It can be helpful, but there's an easier way to get items later on. Just gonna try and slip by here. Don't think physics quite work like that. At least in most games. Now you want to go right here first to get, well, a gun frame. It helps, but only if it's your speed, since there are many different types. The basic one, you fire a shot and also have a spread. The one I'm gonna get is a rotating spread. This is another silver coin, which they're special in their own way. There's one in each dungeon, but you can't always get them when in a dungeon until you go to a later one. Take these guys out, since you're gonna have to go through here to finish this undead dungeon, and it's easier if you take them out. Ah, he saw me. Yeah, the red exclamation mark means that they've seen you and will attack. White means they think you're there and will start to search for you. There's also a question mark that means they'll stop looking for you and go back to where they were. Just gonna grab the key, since you actually need a key to get through the dungeon at the back of that path. Just gonna need to... yeah, touching them also gets you caught. And each time that exclamation mark pops up, that means they've caught you. It's weird like that. Yeah. If you leave the dungeon, the key breaks, meaning you have to get it again. I don't really know why they have that mechanic. It doesn't really seem to serve any purpose. I'll go into what those items I'm picking up do later. Oh. Okay. Just about done with this dungeon. My rank is gonna be terrible. If you hold R, you can look around to get the lay of the land. It helps to see if you're actually gonna get caught by enemies. I probably won't use it that much. And here's the door. Yeah, just go up to it with the key and press A and it opens. And here's the first actual trap. These are pretty much the bosses of the undead dungeons. I'm gonna use that frame now. This is a spread frame. No, a rotating spread. Yeah, he just spins around in place. B+. Well, I'm not failing. And yes, this is the other warp magic square. Yeah. It allows you to quickly go through, but I'm probably not going to be going back to Fog Castle, so you won't see this one used. And you also get random items of varying amounts, depending on what rank you get for here. And that's about it for now. Thank you for watching. I've been MicharionAQ. Goodbye.